Try it right now. Reach down and tickle your own armpit. Go ahead. Nothing happens. Your fingers are there, moving across your skin, and you feel the pressure and movement, but that specific electrical sensation of tickling, that involuntary laugh bubbling up from your chest, it's simply absent. You cannot tickle yourself. But here's what's strange. Your brain absolutely knows how you would tickle yourself if you were someone else. Your brain understands the technique. It understands the target. So why does it refuse to let you feel it? The answer sits in a part of your brain called the cerebellum, and it has to do with something called predictive coding. Your brain is not a passive receiver of sensation, it is constantly making predictions. Right now, as you read this, your brain is predicting where your eyes will move next, what word you will read, what the sentence will probably say, and it is predicting what your body will feel when you move. When you reach your hand toward your arm, your cerebellum is already sending out a prediction about exactly what sensation should arrive at your skin. It creates a kind of internal model of what you're about to feel. Then something crucial happens. Your actual sensation arrives, and your brain compares the two. If the prediction matches the sensation, your brain essentially cancels out that feeling. It filters it away. Your brain is saying, I expected this touch. I controlled this touch. I generated this touch. There is nothing surprising here. There is nothing to alarm. And when there is nothing surprising, there is no tickle. This is why a stranger can tickle you and you cannot tickle yourself. A stranger's touch is unpredictable. Your brain has no model for it, no prediction. The sensation arrives and your brain says, I did not create this. I did not expect this. This is novel. This is surprising. And in that surprise, the tickle is born. Scientists have been studying this for decades. In the 1980s, a neuroscientist named Sarah Jane Blakemore at University College London designed an elegant experiment. She used a robotic arm to tickle participants, and here is what she discovered. When people controlled the timing of the robot's touch, when they predicted the exact moment it would make contact with their skin, they felt almost no tickle. But when the robot was controlled by someone else, even with only a tiny delay of a few hundred milliseconds, the sensation returned. The tickle came roaring back. The unpredictability made all the difference. Your cerebellum is running the most sophisticated prediction machine ever built. It is constantly updating. It is constantly refining. It is constantly asking, what will I feel next? When you try to tickle yourself, you are trying to surprise a system that knows you better than you know yourself. You are trying to outsmart a part of your brain that has spent your entire life learning how you move, how you breathe, what your intentions are before you even consciously know them. That is why you cannot win. But here is where it gets darker. What if your prediction system breaks? What if your brain can no longer predict what it is about to feel? There are patients with severe neurological damage to their cerebellum, damage so profound that their predictive system is shattered. These patients report something strange. They can tickle themselves. They reach down, and that sensation blooms across their skin. But it is not pleasant. It is not fun. It is almost unsettling. The tickle without context. The touch without control. They can feel it, but they cannot own it. They cannot claim it as something they generated. And that disconnect is profoundly disorienting. This system, this predictive cancellation, it is everywhere in your body. It is why you do not feel the weight of your clothes on your skin after a few minutes. Your brain predicted that sensation. You are no longer surprised by it. It filtered it away. It is why you cannot hear yourself breathing most of the time, even though air is moving through your nostrils every few seconds. Your brain predicted it. It is why you do not feel the constant pressure of the ground pushing back against your feet as you stand. Prediction, filtering, silence. Your brain is a prediction engine that is desperate to conserve attention. It is desperately trying to filter away the noise and the constant expected sensation so that it can focus on the novel, the surprising, the dangerous, the unknown, the things that matter, the things that might kill you. And tickling is one of the areas where this system fails most completely, because tickling is fundamentally about being surprised by something that touches you. There is another reason you cannot tickle yourself, and it has to do with something called the cerebellum's role in motor control. When you reach down to tickle yourself, your motor cortex is sending signals not just to your hand, but to your cerebellum. It is sending real-time updates about what your hand is doing, where it is moving, what it is about to touch. The cerebellum is receiving these signals constantly. It is a moment-by-moment conversation between intention and action. Your hand has not even made contact yet, and your cerebellum already knows exactly what is about to happen. It has already updated its prediction. The sensation is already filtered before it arrives. A stranger's hand, though. A stranger has no connection to your motor cortex. Their intentions are opaque to your cerebellum. Your brain cannot read their mind. It cannot predict the angle of their approach or the exact moment of contact. That unpredictability is what creates the space where tickling lives. This is also why you cannot startle yourself, though many of us have tried. You cannot jump at your own shadow. You cannot make yourself gasp at a thought you already know is coming. Your brain is always one step ahead of yourself. It is always predicting. It is always filtering. You are trapped inside your own expectation. But here is what happens when someone else is in control. When someone else's hand is approaching your skin, your predictive system becomes useless. Your brain has to abandon its predictions and instead prepare for anything. That openness, that vulnerability, that surrender to the unknown, that is where the tickle lives. The tickle is not a sensation. The tickle is the experience of being surprised. And so when you try to tickle yourself, you are not just trying to create a sensation. You are trying to do something that your brain has spent millions of years evolving to prevent. You are trying to make yourself unpredictable to yourself. You are trying to surprise the part of you that cannot be surprised. And that is why your fingers will always come away feeling only pressure and motion. That is why the laugh will never bubble up. That is why, no matter how hard you try, your brain will always know exactly what you are about to do, because your brain is you, and you cannot escape yourself.